Hey there, fellow time travelers of entertainment. Do you remember those golden days when you kicked back and enjoyed the classics that made TV nights a thing to remember? Well, I've got a little time capsule for you, so brace yourself for a trip down memory lane. Who here watched the 1968 movie The Wrecking Crew back in the day? If you did, I'm sure you've got some fantastic memories to share. It's always fascinating to look back at the flicks that had us on the edge of our seats or rolling on the floor with laughter. So, let's dust off those nostalgic thoughts, shall we? What were your favorite moments, characters, or unforgettable experiences from that time? As for the uninitiated, don't worry, I've got some cool nuggets of information about the Wrecking Crew that might pique your interest. Let's dive into the behind-the-scenes tales, fun trivia, and all the juicy details about this classic flick. Get ready to take a trip through time, and Cinema The Wrecking Crew is about to take center stage once more. So, grab some popcorn, and let's embark on this delightful journey together. In the 1968 movie The Wrecking Crew, there's an interesting detail that some might have missed. In one scene, Tina Louise can be seen reading a copy of Life magazine, and it's the December 22nd, 1967 issue. This small detail reflects the attention to historical accuracy in the film. Another notable point about The Wrecking Crew is found in the closing credits. Similar to earlier Helm films, the next installment in the series was announced, titled The Ravagers. However, The Ravagers was never made, and The Wrecking Crew turned out to be the last movie in the Helm series. One of the most intriguing aspects related to the movie is Dean Martin's reaction to the tragic murder of his co-star and friend, Sharon Tate, in August 1969. Tate was killed just 6 months after the release of The Wrecking Crew. At the time, the movie was still playing in theaters in the US and had just opened internationally. This event deeply affected Dean Martin, and he chose to abandon the next announced installment in the Helm series, The Ravagers. Contrary to the commonly held belief that the series ended due to poor reviews and box office performance, it was, in fact, the personal tragedy that led Dean Martin to never portray the character again. In conclusion, The Wrecking Crew contains these intriguing facts: the attention to detail with the Life magazine copy, the announcement of the Ravagers in the closing credits, and the impact of Sharon Tate's murder on Dean Martin's decision to end the Helm series. In the 1968 movie The Wrecking Crew, several interesting behind-the-scenes details add depth to this classic film. Among them, one standout fact is the involvement of karate champion Mike Stone as Dean Martin's fight double. Notably, Mike Stone also became Priscilla Presley's boyfriend after her separation from Elvis Presley. This connection between key members of the film's cast and the martial arts world adds an intriguing layer to the movie's production. Additionally, the film utilized the exteriors of a shadow owned by the Count Contini character, located at 141S Carrollwood Drive in Holmby Hills. This grand estate, known as Allwood, was built in 1936 and has a rich history. Over the years, it was owned by prominent figures, including co-founder of 20th Century Fox Studios Joseph Schenck, Tony Curtis, and Sonny Bono and Cher. At the time The Wrecking Crew was made, Tony Curtis owned the estate and had connections with both Dean Martin and Sharon Tate, who played significant roles in the film. This piece of Hollywood history further enriches the backdrop of the movie. Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist, served as the martial arts advisor for the film. He not only provided guidance to the production, but also personally trained and taught Sharon Tate for her martial arts scenes in the movie. Bruce Lee's influence on the film's action sequences and his involvement in the training of a prominent cast member highlight his contribution to the film. These fascinating insights into The Wrecking Crew underscore the movie's connections to the world of martial arts, the history of a Hollywood estate, and the influence of a martial arts icon, making it more than just a spy comedy film. They add depth to the production and the experiences of the cast and crew during the making of this 1968 classic. The 1968 movie The Wrecking Crew holds some intriguing secrets and connections in the world of cinema. While there isn't substantial evidence to confirm the connection between this film and Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, there is an interesting fact about the film debut of Chuck Norris. In The Wrecking Crew, Chuck Norris made his first appearance on the silver screen, albeit as an extra. This humble beginning in cinema marked the start of a remarkable career that would make Chuck Norris a legendary action star. The movie is best known for its action-packed scenes and the glamorous cast, including Sharon Tate and Nancy Kwan. Although it's not definitively established, some film enthusiasts speculate that the intense fight scene between Sharon Tate and Nancy Kwan in the Wrecking Crew might have been an inspiration for a similar sequence in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill many years later. While the connection between the Wrecking Crew and Kill Bill remains speculative, the film's legacy endures as an emblem of late 60s Hollywood glitz and action cinema. In conclusion, The Wrecking Crew is a movie that offers a glimpse into Hollywood history, from Chuck Norris' humble beginnings to the potential inspiration it provided for one of the most iconic scenes in modern cinema. The Wrecking Crew, a look behind the scenes in the 1968 movie The Wrecking Crew. Many interesting facts surround its production and the people involved. One notable detail is that the copy of Life magazine Tina Louise is seen reading in the hotel lobby was the December 22, 1967 issue. This small but accurate historical detail adds authenticity to the film's setting. Another intriguing aspect of the movie's history is Dean Martin's reaction to the tragic murder of his co-star and friend, Sharon Tate. In August 1969, 6 months after the movie's release, and while it was still playing in theaters in the US and opening internationally, Tate was murdered. Martin was so distraught by this event that he abandoned the next already announced Helm motion picture series installment, which was to be titled The Ravagers. He never played the character again, contrary to the widely held opinion that the series ended due to poor reviews and box office performance. Additionally, Bruce Lee played a pivotal role in the production of The Wrecking Crew. He served as the martial arts advisor for the film and was brought in to train and teach Sharon Tate for her martial arts scenes. Lee's involvement in the movie underscores his influence on the martial arts world and his willingness to contribute to Hollywood productions. In summary, The Wrecking Crew is not just a classic spy comedy film, but a movie filled with intriguing behind-the-scenes details. From the authentic Life magazine prop to the impact of Sharon Tate's tragic death on Dean Martin and Bruce Lee's involvement as a martial arts advisor, this film has a fascinating history that goes beyond what meets the eye. As we bring the curtain down on our journey through the mesmerizing world of The Wrecking Crew, I invite you to pause and reflect on the personal connection you've formed with this 1968 cinematic gem. This remarkable movie is not just a timeless classic. It's a glimpse into a bygone era, a tapestry woven with the threads of musical genius, and a testament to the indomitable spirit of creativity. From the electrifying performances to the infectious melodies that have reverberated through the ages, The Wrecking Crew transcends the boundaries of time, inviting us to revisit the magic of an era defined by its soul-stirring tunes. Perhaps it's the catchy hooks or the virtuosity of the unsung heroes behind the music that strikes a chord with you. Or maybe it's the way the film captures the essence of an unforgettable era, igniting a sense of nostalgia that's hard to put into words. We encourage you to share your cherished memories, thoughts, and emotions that this film has awakened within you. Whether it's the first time you heard those iconic notes or the way it evokes a sense of youth and rebellion, we'd love to hear your story. After all, it's the collective appreciation and shared experiences that keep the spirit of The Wrecking Crew alive. Thank you for joining us on this voyage, for your time, and your unwavering interest in the magic of cinema. Together, we keep the legacy of this incredible movie alive and vibrant. So, please share your thoughts and memories, and let's continue celebrating The Wrecking Crew together. Until next time, keep the music playing and the memories flowing. This outro, like the movie itself, is an ode to timeless artistry and creativity.